Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of The Girl, the Geek, and the Gay. Yeah, 4 episodes. Wow. Was not expecting that. So, we actually planned out today's show. Probably none of it's going to go as the way it's supposed to, but here we are giving it a shot anyway. Here on my right, I have the lovely Megan.
Hello.
And on my left, I have the very handsome Jaime.
Oh, thank you. Hi.
How you guys doing today?
Good. I'm very good.
I'm exhausted. So.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep.
How's you guys this week? I haven't seen you guys in a whole week.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I don't know
That's
what we're
not
doing.
crazy. That's like too short. I wish it was longer.
I missed you guys.
Thank you, Ivan.
Gross.
Jose. But I'm definitely that person. Megan's definitely that person. So no, I'm just kidding.
Total opposites. That's why they're best
total
friends.
opposites. Yes.
What have you guys been up to?
Stop spreading lies and propaganda.
Everyone knows. We've all seen your Instagram pictures. Those BFF filters that you guys use.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whose
You and I.
Instagram are you? Are
You
you,
and I.
Are you forging my pictures?
Yes.
Are you photoshopping them?
Yeah, it's like that Michael Scott moment. You told me my family picture. It's a random family. So. Yeah, but no, it was a good week for me. A lot of work, but did a walk today, so that made me feel. And
More
Father's
Pokemon
Day.
hunting?
Not even really. I've kind of chilled on the Pokemon, but it was good just to be like in Long Beach. I haven't been in Long Beach in a while, so I really miss Long Beach. I was in the Pike
I'm like,
area
you live
of
down
Long
the
Beach.
street. You're not that. Like, you
I-
cross the street and
I
you're in
know,
Long Beach.
but you know the Pike gets a little crowded, so that's why I was happy to go this morning and kind of see how dirty it is again now. So, no, but it's nice to be out there walking.
Lovely.
Lovely, very
Yes.
lovely.
Yeah, Megan, how you been?
I'm doing all right. Had a family reunion slash memorial for my grandmother yesterday. A lot of people, very loud, very annoying, but it was great.
It's family for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
How about you?
Oh, getting older, just trying to get by. It was a rough week.
Was
I
it?
had so much work. I did, yeah, a lot. I was supposed to be home and ready to start prepping for the show by Friday. I didn't get home till Friday night, and I still had like other things to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't start doing anything for the show till late last night.
Mm.
So I mean, I'm gonna do what I did
Tis,
in high
tis.
school and kind of piggyback on your guys' notes.
Are we air quoting planned? Is that what's happening here?
Man, we're gonna have no. It's
Okay,
gonna be
I
fine.
had a
We're
roadmap,
fine. We're
okay?
It's
So-
going to be a mess.
fine. Yeah.
There was a roadmap. I knew we're going from point A to point B. I just didn't know what route we are gonna take to get there.
Cool.
But
It's gonna be fun.
but last week we did mention the Conjuring. Megan, did you finally see it?
Yes,
All right, so
it was trash.
okay, good.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't just me, right?
horrible. No, it was really bad. Like, and I was actually looking forward to the Conjuring 3. The first two were pretty good.
I like the first two. The
Yeah.
first two I think were James Wan still. This one it just said story by James Wan, but it was a different director.
Yeah, they had it said lost in one of the articles I was reading, so I don't know what happened to him. Like, I'm assuming they just lost him in a forest somewhere.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. But yeah, it was you could tell he didn't direct it. It was really bad. I don't know what was happening there. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was the same director that did La Llorona, The Curse of La Llorona.
Oh.
And I couldn't. I think I did 20 minutes of that movie and I was done.
Of the
It-
Conjuring?
the-
Or the
the-
Llorona?
the Llorona.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I watched that movie. I don't remember that movie,
haven't
but
seen
I
it.
did watch it with my mom. So
Oh.
like I remember watching it with her, and then I was like, "That's it, the end." Like, I don't know.
Don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Jaime,
Yeah.
where do you stand on The Conjuring?
You know, I didn't hate it
Oh
as
my
it
God.
sounds like you guys
Of
did.
course.
Well, he did say, we might have difference of opinions.
Yeah,
last week.
well, based on how like the comment felt like, at least that I didn't hate it, but then again, we just came off of a really bad movie that we hated, so maybe that's kind of was like, oh, well, this was
You
better
think in
than that.
comparison?
This
Oh,
is
by
better
the,
than
by the
that,
way,
you
how
know?
was your 7th watch of Army of the Dead? Like, what did it get better?
You watched it
I
like
have not seen it anymore. I promise. I do look at the picture of the crate still. I'm like, oh yeah,
It's his background picture. It's on his desktop.
Yeah, no, like I didn't think it was as bad as Army of the Dead. and maybe that's why that it's just kind of what I was running through. I like some of the story, like it was
What
pretty
did you
interesting.
like about it? I really want to know. Like, I'm curious
Yeah,
because this to me was just it was all over the place.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
really nothing to follow.
Right,
I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It
right.
was the ending was just terrible. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, it's based on a true story,
yeah.
and I was watching a YouTuber
Mm-hmm.
um tell the story, like the real story
Okay,
of
okay.
it,
And that was
and
more
that was
interesting.
more interesting than the movie. So what did you like about
Well, I
it?
think I think it was based on the story for me that I liked it. I do know that it was kind of a mess of a story that they were trying to explain in the movie, but I feel like I got it. Where it could have gone, maybe. I like the idea of the daughter, and then she's murderous.
No, no, yeah.
After I really like that, and I like the I like some of the ideas that they had in it. Um, but again, I think it could have been just that I'm kind of off that off that Army of Dead feel that like it was just
Don't
such a
make
bad
excuses for
movie.
bad taste.
No, no,
I didn't
actually,
think it was
I'm
like
on I'm
terrible,
on board
terrible.
with that idea
Yeah,
too, because the witch story could definitely go somewhere.
yeah,
But why was the witch the same age as her dad? Like, that
yeah.
was kind of weird to me. Like, when I saw her, I was like, what? And then it took me a little bit, like at the oh, spoilers, I guess, but at the
Oh yeah.
end, I mean, it's trash though. So, but anyways,
If you watch, it's your fault.
We're
this is
gonna
on you.
spoil this dumpster fire
Yeah.
movie for you.
Like, at the end,
Hmm.
when we have the demon come out, it looks like her. So I didn't like that. I wish they would have like actually made it like a different, like a demon
A
come
demon.
out, like not just her attacking herself. Like,
Yeah.
that was ridiculous. And then I don't like the whole like, oh, let's be. I know it's like I guess they get it from The Exorcist, which is fantastic movie. I love The Exorcist, one of my favorite films. When she spins her head around, right, she
Yeah.
should be dead, right?
Yeah.
But on these movies, because they try to play off the more like this is like real and like
Yeah.
based on this true story
Right.
completely.
The way they
But
contort
when
and
they're like
everything like that.
contorting and stuff, I'm
Hmm.
like, your bones sound like they're snapping.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So the little kid did that on the table in the
Mhm.
beginning, right? Like he was out contorting. You're right.
Yeah.
It was a mess. That part was a mess. There were certain things that I liked about it. And, well, I mean, I didn't think it was a terrible movie. I liked the idea of the story, but
Mhm.
I do feel like it, there was a heart attack situation. It was just there were some things that were like a bit off about the movie, but I was just running off that Army of Dead feel probably. That I hated that one.
Well, you probably watched it right before again, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
God, I hate that movie.
and then like the whole love story. I get it. You're in love.
Wait,
all right?
between
But between Ed and Lorraine, which
okay.
is great, fine, and we get that throughout like their movies, right?
Hmm.
Fine, but it was so like I just didn't understand it. Like, okay, here's a gazebo, and I'm like, why are you telling me the story now? Why didn't you tell me the story before? Like, I really didn't. I guess it could have been told better. I know they always have like the little love story, which is cool. Like, it's great because they're
So it keeps
power
them
of
together.
love,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Cool.
right.
But yeah, and then we have the daughter pops up. Like, she's in college now. She just says, "Hey, Dad, that was it. The end. Like,
Yeah.
what happened with her? What's going on here?" Like, it was just it was all over the place. I really did not enjoy it. I did like if they would have done something better with the witch, because I do
Yeah.
like I love witches. I like the witch stories, and I don't know what they were doing
Yeah,
here.
and they tried. I feel like they tried to explain, the three sacrifices that they had to make, right? Because there were three like sacrifices that they had to make, which was going to be like a kid, then the other guy that got possessed. But there were supposed to be three. They tried to
It
explain
was
certain
like
things.
the lovers, the holy man, and the kid.
There you go.
But
Yes.
they kept starting over. Like,
Yes.
it,
Because then you're right. Then it was like the demon was in a different body
yeah,
and everything like that. Yeah, there was, the, it was, I got what they were trying to do with the story.
well,
I think.
you have a
But
better
I
understanding
understand-
than I do.
But I get how you feel about it. Definitely you don't like it.
Trash.
Definitely don't like it.
So
Yeah.
when I realized just now, listening to you guys talk about it, I remember nothing of this movie.
And you know what? I didn't either until he started talking about the witch, and I was like,
How many
Yeah,
times did you
that's
guys
the
watch
one.
it?
I only watched it
Once.
once.
I only
That
saw
was
it once
enough.
too, though.
But
I'm trying to
I
watch
was
it more
so
than that.
lost when you guys were talking about the witch right now. I'm sitting there going, there was a
Who's the
witch in
witch?
this movie? And just near the end, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
But I was kind of bored,
Ye-
really.
I get it.
And I'm very susceptible to these kind of movies a
Mhm.
lot of the times because I do watch them, in the dark by myself in my apartment.
Mhm.
So
in your
do-
haunted apartment.
yeah,
but
in my haunted apartment.
Yes.
So it does create a little bit more of a
Creepy atmosphere.
yeah. So I do tend to like these movies a lot more,
Mhm.
even if they're bad. Except for I watched They Come a Knocking about black-eyed children, black-eyed kids.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And black-eyed kid phenomenon is one of my favorite things. We'll hope to talk about it soon.
Yeah, you'll have to
Like,
tell us about it for sure.
no, that's Megan's
Or Megan
domain.
will have to tell us about it.
Yeah.
Well, not now, but
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
We'll get to
someday.
it.
Yeah.
But I really wanted, I saw, they have this movie about black-eyed kids. So I sat here in the dark, watching this movie, and I was like, this was so disappointing. I really wanted to like this. And I had that same feeling at the end of The Conjuring. But halfway through, I was like, this isn't James Wan. Like, there's no way this is that same director.
yeah, you don't get any of that. Like at least because like I said, I know people because there's a lot of like horror fans that are like, no, this is not like good. Like this is not like true horror like fan movies, whatever the fuck, right? But I do enjoy them. Like I thought the first one was good, but I like the second one the most. Like
I
That was
really
the
like
nun
second
one, right?
Yeah.
The second, yeah,
Yeah, with the nun. Okay.
yeah, with the where they go to England for that one.
Sure,
I
yeah.
thought that one's great. You remember?
I mean, I don't remember specifically like
Trash.
where
Yeah, it was the one with the nun.
Word of the day, trash.
I remember the nun, and I remember Annabelle.
See, the
The
spin-off
demons.
movies I haven't been great on. I remember I didn't
like the
really
Annabelle
care for
ones.
Annabelle.
I liked it.
Wait, wasn't the first movie though about the Annabelle doll?
Yeah, it was about
yeah.
but
so
then they have the
the
spin-off.
spin-offs.
Just
Yeah,
called
like I never
Annabelle.
saw those either.
The Nun was terrible.
Yeah, that was horrible.
And
I
I
was
went to
not
watch
into
that in
that.
the movie theaters,
Me
and
too.
so I have the
paid for
AMC
it.
pass, so I just pay monthly, and
Oh,
I
that's
get
right.
3 movies a week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's great, amazing. AMC, got it. But
Sponsor us.
yeah, but I wanted my money back at the end of that movie. I was like, this movie was terrible.
Yeah.
It was just.
Yeah, it was awful. I didn't like the Nun that much.
I don't
either.
think I saw it.
No,
either.
actually, not that much, not at all. No, I didn't like the Nun. I did like the Annabelle movies. I actually like the.
How many are there?
I think they didn't
There's
they
like
do like a
2.
prequel, right? Where with the little girls in the orphanage, I think. I like that one. Anyways, that's the one I like from the Annabelle ones. It's called something.
Yeah, I mean, it has a name.
It
You
has
heard
a
it here,
name.
you heard it here first.
They've been different demons every time, which is a cool thing too. By the way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna have like rematches.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, no, I mean like different demons, as in like different types of demons, right? Like this one required 3 sacrifices for the thing to be a thing, you know. For her to
Right.
be
The
a witch
first
and stuff
one
like
was Malthus. On the first Conjuring,
that.
Why?
The glare that Megan is giving right now.
I just heard.
If you guys could see it.
I just heard mouthy.
Said Malthus.
Malthus.
Whatever.
Close enough.
I want to go home. The second one is Valak, right?
Yes,
The nun.
that was the nun.
And then this one, I don't remember the name because I don't remember the trash movie. Like,
You
no,
guys should watch it again. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we know
We're
Hyman's gonna
not
watch
you.
this another 4 times before he fixes it.
Yeah, I only saw the first movie twice. I swear.
says the person. I have text messages where it says, "Where I'm on number 3."
Screenshot.
Why
It's
is
just a
this like
screenshot.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, since I think in episode 1, Megan brought up Supernatural. So I started watching that again. Supernatural is so good. I forgot. I'm on season 3 right now.
Wow.
And I'm just like, I forgot how good this show was before it starts getting kind of repetitive. So before they really start dealing with angels and demons.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it's really just ghosts and urban legends and stuff like that. That stuff was so cool. Once they get to angels and demons, then it starts just getting repetitive.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently it gets good again, according to Megan. So I guess
well,
I'm gonna find out.
it picks up like toward the end, and then like when you're like at the end, you're like, well, I might as well keep going because I'm at the end. But I did like the ending. I thought it was good. Like I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but
appreciate
when
that.
you're done, just let me know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You should.
No,
I
I
think
might
you'll
watch
like
it.
it.
I
I think
think
you'll like
I
it.
think I'll check it out. It sounds like you guys really like it a lot, so I'll check it out.
I just
Again,
think,
it does get repetitive, so
Yeah.
just expect that.
Yeah.
But if you, because there's a lot of seasons, but if
Yeah.
you stick it out toward the end,
Yeah, I
like
think there's
the
15
ending itself is
seasons.
actually worth it.
The way that you guys describe it kind of reminds me of, I know, randomly Smallville.
Mm.
And I sat through 10 seasons or 8 seasons, whatever it was, of Smallville.
Mm.
It did get a little like same thing, like repetitive, but I kind of liked it.
I
It was
think I think
cheesy.
all shows do. Like House. Was one of my favorite shows,
Mm.
but at some point it was like, all right, person comes in sick, House insults them, House gets it wrong,
Yeah.
insults them some more, they get sicker, House gets it right.
It was just the
I think when
character.
they changed the cast of House, that's when I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't like this anymore. And then that happened with me with Flash as well. Like I'm like, there's too many fucking speedsters. I'm done. Like,
Yeah,
fuck this.
Flash introduced a separate speedster every season.
It's always a speedster.
Yeah.
The main villain is always a speedster. And here we are talking about Flash after all this. But it's always a speedster. And I don't like that about the Flash.
I stopped watching Flash a few years ago, and it's only because I missed a few episodes, and I was like, all right, I'll go back and watch them when they're on Netflix, and then I just never did.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I'll watch it when the season's up, and then I
What-
forgot.
What was the last speedster you saw?
I think it was, oh man, it starts with an S. I think.
Saboteur.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salvador.
I got to the daughter.
I got to the daughter too,
And
and
then I
about
stopped.
halfway through the season is when I stopped too. I
There's a
haven't.
daughter.
Yeah.
Jesus, I didn't get that far.
Spoilers.
I don't care. That was terrible. Like I was done. I was like, this is.
Yeah, because I didn't finish Arrow, and I wanted to see that whole because they did that whole Crisis.
I
Of
watched that.
Infinite Earths.
Yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I
Yeah.
really wanted to see that, and I just never did.
I haven't
Mm.
seen that either. I haven't made it that far because I the way I was watching those shows was I was watching all of them chronologically.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of just be able to see the crossovers that happened often. So I was watching Black Lightning, Arrow,
I
Flash.
really liked the first season of Black Lightning.
Black Knight.
I don't
Black
think I saw
Lightning
the
was
second
really
one.
good. I don't think that Thunder got enough recognition. Like, and I'm only thinking about it like Injustice 2 Mobile. I feel like I play that game a lot, and Black Lightning's in it, but not Thunder. And I think Thunder was a really badass character. So that's his daughter.
Yeah, but is it it's the middle one, right? I mean the older one.
The older
right?
one that has
Oh my
the
God, I love
powers.
her so
Yeah,
much.
she was such a cool character too, and her
Oh,
powers
she's so
were
pretty.
cool. Yeah.
Nafessa Williams, I think.
Sure.
I think that's her name. I love
Don't
her.
pretend like
She's
you don't
gorgeous.
know. You friggin' like text me that like once a week, every week for that.
Shut
Oh my
up.
god.
Like that's as close as I come to replacing Scarlet.
Yeah.
Um,
So the review is that you guys did not like The Conjuring,
I was not a fan.
and I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I already blocked it out, honestly. And you guys,
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining, just because it was on HBO Max. On top of that too, so it was available. I saw it. It was
and
like,
you didn't
yeah,
have to
cool.
go to the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think your opinion would have changed if you would have gone to the movies and paid for it?
Probably.
And sat in the movie theater for
Yeah,
it?
because the difference between
No.
like having to watch films at home as opposed to having to watch films in a movie theater is that in a movie theater you have to pay attention to the movie. You don't want to be on your phone type of thing. But I also at home you can distract yourself with other things along the way. And
You can make the movie better.
multitask. Yeah,
I feel like this is the way people go to baseball games.
right.
It's just like the baseball games are so fun when you go live. Yeah, because you're not watching the game.
Well, because you can tune out of the boring parts and be able to do something else. So maybe that has a lot to do with it.
The whole movie was boring. Did you just not watch it?
I like I said, I like certain parts of it.
He saw the spark notes.
My God.
I like the
He
witch.
saw the trailer.
The trailer.
That's where we
This is
got.
great. Yeah, so that's just party.
Alright.
No, actually, my opinion wouldn't have changed if I saw it in theaters. I still think it's trash. Because
Would you
I
have
like.
hated it more?
Probably.
Like if
Yeah.
you had to dress up and go to a movie
You
theater
know
and
what,
pay to get in.
Yeah.
I would have hated it more because I would still like had a drink and everything, and I would still like feel terrible about this. You know,
This
I
is-
wasted my nachos for this.
This is the
Nacho
most.
points.
Oh,
that
nachos.
Megan has ever said about anything. That's how passionately she feels about hating this movie. Not even Army of the Dead got hurt.
Oh,
like
you should
this.
see the sound waves that's picking up. She
Right.
actually like. I think she's louder than both of us.
Yeah, she's like.
I'm
yeah.
angry, guys. I wasted my life. I'll never get that back.
So don't waste yours, guys.
This has been a PSA.
You're welcome. All right.
All right, doing a little bit of a turn now. We had the release of episode 2 of Loki, right?
Yes, we did. We
Uh,
did. Megan.
More Owen Wilson.
More Owen
Come
Wilson.
on, Owen Wilson has been great in
He's
this.
doing
Yes.
real. Well, I don't hate him.
I do.
Yeah,
No, I
Hyman
don't hate.
does.
I don't hate him.
No, I'm-
He's the monster
Oh
here.
my- Megan, what's going on? Chill.
You want to be best friends? Yes or no?
No, I'm scared. Guys, help me. It's my turn.
Don't listen. But Loki, what do you guys think?
I really like this episode again. Again, it was one that I only watched once this time. Like last week, I was able to watch it twice. This week, I only watched it once because, like I said, I had a lot of work, so I just didn't have the chance to. But I really enjoyed it. I liked what I saw. I liked the whole Lady Loki coming, like being
Yay.
official.
Right.
Although in the credits, her name was different.
What was it?
I think it was like Sylvie. Silva?
So is, it not,
something
is she
along
not a
that.
Loki? No.
I don't know.
I was
there's
calling her Randy the whole time
You're what?
because she
Yeah,
said
she
that
had-
she wanted to be called Randy.
Oh yeah.
on her
I
name
thought that
tag.
was her name.
Yeah, yeah.
My bad.
No,
guys.
that was her name tag on the body she had inhabited.
Mm.
Maybe she wasn't named Loki because, like,
I-
just
I
in
don't-
that
I don't know.
universe, she
Maybe.
just wasn't like named Loki.
Maybe because I mean when he calls her Loki, she doesn't say that's
Yeah.
not me. She just says I hate being called that or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
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 But I mean the episode was great. Anytime, any TV show or movie plays I Need a Hero, I'm all in.
yeah, yeah, and
Like really,
yeah.
you could put that in a Zack Snyder movie, and I'll be in it. Like, all right, I
I
need a hero.
mean, no, he might
He
put it
would
in the
never
wrong place.
do that.
And then in
He'd
the
slow
wrong
it
place and then
down.
slow it down.
Yeah.
Exactly. It wouldn't even make sense for the scene.
He'll
you
do
know?
a John Mayer cover.
God, we hate him, don't we? John Mayer cover. So, anyway, I didn't like this episode. No, I'm just kidding. I love this episode too, by the way. It was such a great episode. And that intro, that start, yeah, I mean, obviously, it was a great start for that episode. And to, it was a little bit foreshadowing too, right? When it was the voice, the singer of that, I Need a Hero.
Yeah.
And then you could tell that, okay, yeah, this is going to come true. This is going to be a real thing by the I wasn't expecting it at the end of the episode, though, either. The kind of the surprise with Lady Loki, quote
Yeah.
unquote, or whatever she's called. But that whole intro was really interesting, really fun to begin with. And I liked it a lot. The music was placed in a really good, in a really good place compared to, again, other movies that we've seen.
Yeah,
don't make
that
sense
shall
with
not
that.
be named.
Yeah, at this point.
Megan.
Well, if we're sticking to the beginning, the when they first get there, one of the actresses, right? She kind of reminds me of Agatha.
Yeah, that wench.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, is that her? I was like, no, it's not her. And I really like her.
You
But
don't know. Yeah, she was great. Catherine Hahn.
yeah, I love her.
She was so good in WandaVision.
She was amazing. But I like, because whenever she's casting something, she has that kind of like attitude, and I just enjoy her. Like
Yeah.
I really like her.
It's like it's a sass
Yeah.
of sorts. Yeah. It's great.
And
Yeah.
she's hilarious.
She's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw the character. I know which one you're talking about. It's like the first one. Hey, you guys aren't wearing the right things, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It looked very, very much like her.
Very Agatha-ish.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a cool start.
No, that was cool. Seeing Loki in a not Loki costume, with a
tie, very-
tie, his button up in a tie.
Yeah, yeah. Like the Time Authority
Yeah. Yeah.
uniform almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Office worker Loki is the most adorable thing.
I'm still rocking the mullet.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's so cute.
And that's what I was curious about. And it's Loki, I guess. I was like, hey, can I slick back his hair or something like that? But it would take away from the character
Yeah.
probably too. So
Yeah, they're not.
yeah, but it was pretty cool. I liked his vibe that he was giving off this episode too a lot.
Tom Hiddleston or
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston. Sorry. I don't know. It's Frankenstein. Sorry, guys. But anyways, Tom Hiddleston. Like, what I've noticed is all his acting is done in his face. His facial expressions are just spot on, and it sells everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few times where I'm just like, because I'm looking here on my notes, and there's like, let me see, where is it at? Where, okay, so when he, after he like discovers like, like they're gonna go to,
The
the
apocalypses.
apocalypse, right? Right before that, he's just like, oh, he's like, now, can I get a face to face with the timekeepers? And Owen Wilson's like, absolutely not. One step at a time. And Loki's face is just like, right, right, like, yeah, like he's just, and it just sold it. Like, it just like, it makes him more human
Yeah.
and more,
Relatable.
Yeah.
more relatable.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. Like, his face is just, it's spot on.
Yeah. Also, his little interaction with Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
With, like, are you recording
Yeah.
or are you really here? Yeah, kind of both.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I found like kind of like weird, because all my notes are basically, I don't know if we're like, I don't know, well, whatever, I'm just gonna say it. So all my notes are basically like,
Little hearts around Loki.
no, Owen Wilson, no,
Yeah.
no. Um, it's basically like, everything. What I noticed was more, you know how last time I was telling you guys like we saw the Orwellian like,
Yeah.
like propaganda on the walls and
Mhm.
whatnot. That's what it gives more off the vibe now. Like, now that on this episode, you see like the computers look really old fashioned,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but we're supposed to be like an advanced, right? Like, advanced.
It does look like
Society?
Society,
80s.
right?
But yeah, and so, but and then we see Miss Minutes. She's like a half living hologram.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's trying not to get smacked. Because
Right.
imagine if she was just a hologram and you smack her, like she'd
She
be
would just
fine.
go through it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, she's kind of hopping around, you know.
Yeah.
So what I noticed, or what I think it is maybe, is these computers, you can't surf the internet or anything like that, clearly. So it's just basically work. Everything is worked focus.
Yeah.
If you notice the colors that everyone is wearing, they're all muted, all
Mhm.
muted colors.
Right.
There's no
Pizzazz.
vibrancy. Yeah,
Right.
it's just all muted. Even the paintings, like the walls and all that,
Mhm.
just all muted colors. So what I was leaning toward was like, how they play I Need a Hero in the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the hero of this, because everyone is so controlled. Um, Even when they're talking, Owen Wilson and Loki,
Mhm.
when they're talking, um, he says he just accepts his life
Right.
as a
Yeah.
TVA
Right.
agent, and his only joy is a magazine,
Yeah.
Right.
a ski magazine, And Loki's like, "Whoa, this is like boring," He's like you have, I read, or I watched all your propaganda, and it does sound like it. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like they're dictators, like they're just being ruled.
Right.
So I don't know. I was just noticing that, even like because I like I said in the beginning, I hated the city. It's just
Mhm.
so crowded, so jumbled. I didn't like it, right? But that's what you would expect for people to just go to sleep and then come back to work. So
Right.
there's no really enjoyment there.
Yeah, it's like that type of world, right? That they're all kind of being controlled, and that's all they know is only, like, for example, even the guy that was talking about the fish in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even know what a fish is, right? Because he's never been out of it. So it definitely does feel like a really controlled environment. If you think about work in general, right?
Mhm.
There's certain policies, certain procedures that we all have to follow, and we kind of all fall into that, like, that line of work, because that's just what we have to do based on, what that job tells us to do. So that's definitely the vibe that it's giving off, right? You're kind of trapped inside of this office situation, or whatever your task
Yeah.
or your role is in it, right? And everybody just kind of keeps on the same track because they want to keep the track the way the timekeepers want the
Right.
track to stay, right? And like you mentioned, even like, Loki, or Lady Loki later on, there's a lot that happens, that kind of, you can tell is gonna, shift towards a different direction than what we might have thought the Time Authority actually was. You know, so
Yeah, yeah, because there is a possibility that she's not really the villain. You know,
Right.
That this is all going to be a misdirect.
right,
Everybody's looking at Lady Loki over here, like, oh, she's the one that's doing it, but there might be a reason. The timekeepers might be the villains,
right,
and that might be what it shifts to.
right.
Um, but oh man, I was gonna say something. When we're talking about uh, the way that society seems, I think it is a very meta commentary on the way society is now.
Right.
And one of the things that I looked it up because when they showed when they show up to the grocery store and you see the rocks cart, you know that was what it was called. Um, Apparently, Rocks Corp was one of the corporations in Iron Man,
Oh, okay.
and then it's like, man, like they've gone from doing like these tech industries to now they're
Grocery
doing,
store?
yeah, grocery stores,
Yeah.
and it's like they're the Amazon of their
Right.
of Marvel.
Yeah, cool.
You know, like they're just going monopolizing everything, and I think that is definitely seems like a commentary on society nowadays.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And then, like you mentioned, right? We're also used to, like you mentioned, it's kind of a commentary even on how we work now.
Yeah.
Because everybody's, I mean, especially through this what happened in this last year, right?
Mhm.
It's definitely a commentary on that. You can feel the vibe that hey,
Yeah.
this is just what we have to do at this time, and then we go back to like whatever might make us happy in that moment, type of thing.
And they do touch on that when Loki is talking to Mobius, and he goes, "So free will doesn't exist."
Right.
You know, we're all just doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing
Yep.
at every point in time, and if we stop, you guys reset us basically.
Exactly, to keep the timeline in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Mhm. So
Crazy.
they mentioned how that's what the timekeepers are doing right now. They're still untangling the timeline,
Right.
and that eventually that timeline's going to be it's going to be set straight, and they're all gonna. What did they say? Like meet at the end?
Meet at the end. Peace in our future, or peace in the future, or something like that. I'm looking for it. I did write it down. I just can't find it. Where is it at?
Yeah, some along those lines. Like meet at.
Oh,
meet
here
at,
it is. Me in peace at the end of time.
Yeah, so it's like, what does that mean?
That sounds authoritarian. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound normal.
Right.
It
Right.
sounds like some kind of cult.
It was very like this is just the way it's supposed to be because this is what timekeepers want,
Yeah,
right? And that's the only way it's supposed to exist.
But that's the only way they are living. The people in that
In
in the
that world.
TVA.
Mhm.
That's, I guess, right? Yeah, the TVA. Like they're the only one. That's how they are living.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that really? If you're just created just to do that,
See, I think it seems like a big parallel on religion, like Christianity. You know, you have the Almighty deity on top, kind of dictating how everything is, and creates these angels specifically to make sure that everything is like everything is kept
In
in
a specific
yeah,
order, yeah.
in that line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It's funny because, well, how we're talking about like the first scene and saying the whole "I need a hero" song
I
that
need
or
a hero.
holding out for a hero. I actually wrote the same thing. Maybe this Loki or the Loki that's the Lady Loki is the hero. That's actually what I wrote out too because maybe she's supposed to be the one that saves, you know, the world or keeps the time.
Yeah,
keepers from-
maybe by creating all these different timelines,
Mhm.
this multiverse, it's kind of taking the power away from the timekeepers.
Right. Which is ultimately what happens, right? With that episode is when they finally introduce her, we finally see who she is. She kind of sets off these. She puts the time resets,
The reset charges.
the reset charges. She puts
See,
the
I
reset.
remembered.
Yeah, the reset. She puts the reset charges in different places that cause different timelines.
Yeah.
And it starts going towards that red direction where they won't be able to pull anything back at that
Yep.
point too. So that was really cool. That was a good intro for her.
you know, it was interesting. When the agent, number 20, I don't remember. What I don't know.
B-
It was C20.
C20.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 20.
That's another thing. They don't even get names.
No,
It's just
they're all
numbers.
numbers.
It's just
and
employee
letter,
numbers.
Yeah, letter and numbers.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. When she's like, when they find her, and and she's like, oh, like, I told them where the timekeepers, how to find the timekeepers, but in reality, Mobius hasn't even had an audience with them, with the timekeepers. So I'm wondering how much she knows on how to get to the timekeepers, because it doesn't seem like they're talking to anyone really, like besides the judge, Ravonna.
Yes.
I think Ravonna.
Renslayer. Wait, the judge?
Yeah.
Which one's the judge?
The
Oh,
judge
the one
in
that
the first
decides who
episode?
goes?
In the first episode, the one that Loki goes sees.
Oh, okay. And her last name is Renslayer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay, cool. That's what I got. I think that's her name, Renslayer.
Her
Again,
name
but I
is
think
Ravonna Renslayer.
yes.
Yeah, again, I'm going off of your guys' notes. This is high school all over
This
again.
is
Yes.
your show.
It's our show, Megan.
Okay, you guys heard it here. It's our show.
Goddamn
Together.
right.
All right, no,
We all failed together.
I'm bringing us down, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, like so I was wondering, how does she know exactly where the timekeepers are? They don't seem readily available for anyone.
Yeah.
And why does
So-
she specifically know?
They're not in the
right?
yellow pages.
Yeah, except for Ravonna, like she's the only one that seems to talk to them
Right.
directly, because that's what she's implying when she's talking to Mobius.
Yes.
So I'm not sure how was it C20?
Yeah, C20. Oh no. Yeah, C20.
C20
Right.
knows anything like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you could tell there's certain. The only way I could compare it is to like the alphas, right? That there's certain people that know.
Really? We're going back there? Really? Really, Jaime?
You're welcome. Anyway, so there's certain people that might know. I'm even thinking, what was her name? B12.
B15?
B12.
It might have been B12. Anyways, B15 might also be one of those that might know more about the timekeepers
Like
than other ones.
rankings?
Huh?
Like
Yeah, like there's a
rankings?
ranking. Yeah, because those are like, you could tell they're the leaders of the groups
Yeah.
when they take them out there. So that was an interesting thing. I like that you're talking about the meeting that Renslayer and Mobius had. There was a really interesting situation that happened in that scene that I was like, oh, what does this mean? But basically, Mobius goes to put down his cup, and he's like, and there's like already rings,
Yeah.
of liquid. It's already imprinted onto like the
He's swine and he doesn't use a coaster.
yeah.
Yes.
So he doesn't use he doesn't use a coaster. But what I thought was really interesting is that he doesn't seem to almost remember that he's done that, or he's done that in the past. So I'm also like, I'm starting to get this like feeling that maybe Mobius is either like a variant, or like there's a few different versions of him, or maybe something happens where like he doesn't specifically, because Renslayer is like, oh, it's you every time that
Yeah.
does it. But the way that Mobius kind of approaches the situation is like, I don't, he's like, sure, like almost like nonchalantly,
Yeah.
like he just forgot.
He tells her, yeah, or it could be your other favorite
Yeah.
agents.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And there's a few things that happened in that scene. And right before that, they talk about the snow globe. He's like,
Mhm.
I never got you that. Like, why is it up there? Oh, like it was one of the other
Yeah.
ones. You're not the only
Like, I
one
have
type of
different-
thing. Yeah. Even to the point of the pen, where
Yeah.
they pointed out the pen. I thought, again, it seems like Mobius might be more than one Mobius. There
Yeah.
might be other Mobius Sai.
So Mobius is Mobius, basically,
Mobius.
which is circular.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, like, so there's something about that specifically that focused on it. I might be looking too far into it, but that's just the vibe that I got, that there was there might be multiple Mobius.
No, yeah.
Maybe they recycle them,
Maybe.
because they exist in this world and then they don't.
Well, I mean,
maybe
his
type
name
of
is
thing.
Mobius and Mobius, so it's like a Clone Wars type thing.
Yeah, sure.
It's a possibility.
I just thought that was interesting.
No,
though,
but yeah, because he
for
does
sure.
make that comment with
Yeah.
the pen when
Very
he's just
specific
like,
things.
yeah, when he's just like, I think it must have been one of the other agents must have
Yeah.
gotten her this.
Yeah,
you
it was
know?
like a focus,
Yeah.
and then same thing with the snow globe, and then same thing with the watermarks. that
Yeah,
were on the
and
table.
and going back to episode 1, things aren't throwaways because they go back to that kablooey gum.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like something that kind of looked like a throwaway, where it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's just an anachronism for him to see that she was really there. Comes
By the
back around.
way, that word was actually used in the episode this time when they talked about the kablooey gum, like specific. Because you remember you taught us anachronism
Yeah,
last time.
I'm pretty sure it must have been used in the last one as well.
In the second episode?
The first one.
No, sorry, the first. No.
No?
Wait, did they say?
I don't know.
I
would
don't
imagine
remember that
so.
specific. Anyway, but
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
taught me
pretty
that
sure.
word last
Oh.
time, so thank
So
you.
there you go.
And I was like, oh, I know that word.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks, Jose.
Oh, but
Yeah.
seeing Loki's interaction with Lady Loki was also so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it was just with the people she was inhabiting, like
Yeah.
they all did a great job.
Yeah.
In keeping up that, acting the way she would have acted.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Acting like Loki.
Yeah.
No wonder Thor found me so annoying.
Yeah, they even did that little smile at the same time, like they kind of mocked Loki did the same smile that B15 did the smile.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
Yeah.
The,
But seeing like the actual introduction of her when she finally comes up with that broken horn,
yes.
it was I really liked her. I
Yeah.
thought she did a great job.
She's not what I expected for her to look like. Maybe because I've seen a cover for some comic book that she didn't look like that. She had black
Yeah,
hair.
she looked like Loki.
She looked like Loki, except
Yeah.
like a feminine
Yeah.
Loki.
She
So
looked like Loki with boobs.
yeah, you know who she kind of reminded me of the Doctor, the latest Doctor. Just kind of in that split scene.
The
Stop
Doctor.
bringing up tragic stories.
We'll eventually talk about.
It's
Doctor
like-
Who,
I
too, 'cause-
will.
It's like Megan and I
Not.
have flipped roles today or something. I'm the depressing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Doctor Who is.
I'm not depressing.
You're not depressing. What I meant
It's
is
rude.
like. That's not what I meant.
But that's what you said. Everyone heard it.
I'm just kidding. Babe.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, but getting back to when you just see her, like it was an awesome scene, and her throwing all the reset charges everywhere,
Yeah.
and seeing how everybody just panicked because it's like, how are you gonna stop all these little variances
Yes.
from, going anywhere?
Going to the red line is becoming a Nexus event, right? Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
yeah, Nexus events, and it's like once they're at the red line, you can't stop it, and
Yeah.
then, what goes on from there? Because I think they said it'll be another multiverse war, right? Was that what happens if they can't reset the timeline?
It becomes like a madness. Remember they kind of implied
Yeah,
the multiverse of
so
madness.
so if everything starts going crazy, then it'll turn into a madness basically. So
Yeah.
everyone starts fighting everyone.
Which is also and remember we talked about Secret Wars. That's
Yeah.
kind of how Secret Wars came to be. Was that first, and then it kind of became was it Secret Wars?
Yeah,
right.
Secret Wars.
And then it become that. Then they also mentioned the multiverse of madness situation.
Yeah, because Secret Wars was when all the universes basically
kind of collided.
collide,
together.
and
Mhm.
I think it just ends up in the new Secret Wars is the one that ends up in Battle Realm?
Battleworld?
Battle World. I think Battle World is right. But I think but that's the newer one because they did an older one where it was just a collector picking up heroes and taking them to Battle World to fight each other.
Yeah. Wait, now I'm thinking it might not be.
I
Secret
think you're thinking
Wars.
Secret Invasion
Yeah.
with the scrolls.
Yeah. So it might not be.
Well,
that.
Secret Wars is
The name of it, right?
Well, no, Secret Wars is the series where it's all of these multiverses colliding.
Collided. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is Secret Wars.
That is Secret
okay,
Wars.
Cool.
Secret Invasion is the one with the scrolls.
Okay. Did I say scrolls?
No.
Oh, okay.
but no, I'm just saying like
Okay.
because I know I get them confused every once
Okay,
in a while.
yeah,
I'll say
yeah.
Secret Invasion
Secret
instead of
Invasion.
Secret Wars.
Got it.
But Secret Wars is all the multiverses colliding.
I have a question. What is, I guess, okay, so her powers kind of remind me of the Mind
Wanda.
Stone.
I was
Well, the
thinking
Mind
Wanda.
Stone, yeah. Well, I guess kind of like Wanda too, yeah. But you know how in what was it, the first Avengers movie?
Uh-huh.
There was when Loki would use the staff to like
To-
kind of control people.
Yeah.
And that it kind of reminded me of that same type of idea.
I was wondering if maybe they were just kind of combining her powers with like Enchantress, because we haven't seen Enchantress at all,
Hmm.
and she has that power.
Enchantress is DC though, isn't it?
No,
Isn't she?
they have
There's
a
an
DC.
Enchantress in,
Yeah,
She's
and I
in
think
Marvel as
usually
well.
Thor's adversary.
Really? Oh,
They
cool. I
have
didn't
like
know
a
that.
love thing too, like a little love hate.
And her name
romance.
is Enchantress.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Dun, dun, dun.
well, no, well, what I was thinking is because Loki does use the staff
The staff, right?
to basically put someone under mind control, but he's not. I guess he's not controlling them, like, because what it seemed that she was doing is putting her consciousness into whoever she was touching.
Temporarily, right?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
So she was becoming this person instead of just, controlling them
Yeah.
for them to go out and.
So does that mean that she doesn't have control over her own body at
I
the
think
time
she
that
can
she's
do
being
both because
controlled?
at one point
Okay.
there was that scene where
She's setting charges.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
she's
right.
setting the
and-
charges
And
at
then-
the same time as she's talking to Loki.
Yeah, and then also when she was fighting C20, right? She was also fighting as Loki or Lady Loki, and then she was also controlling C20 at the same time. Was it C20? Yeah, she was controlling in the beginning.
Was she fighting as? Were they both fighting everybody else?
Yeah,
Oh.
because at one point, like she's like Loki stabs somebody, but that's right before, like before C20 drops out altogether. No,
C20 drops, and then at the end
is
she
when she
stabs
just stabs
the guy.
somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that's because she only has temporary control. I'm assuming.
So then
because
she
just,
loses
like,
control
passed.
of herself.
I don't
So
think so.
she's not able to control. No.
I don't. Well, she was multitasking while she was talking to Loki. So
Women.
don't talk about Jaime like that.
Oh my god. Do you guys watch Naruto at all? Or did you watch
it's
Naruto?
been recommended to me. I've
Okay.
never watched it though.
I have.
All right. Do you know Ino then, right?
Mm.
Okay, so Ino does this like mind transfer thing where she puts her consciousness into somebody's body and controls them temporarily. So that's kind of what I thought, maybe like she just like knocks out on the floor, but
No.
she's just asleep because that's what happens with Ino. She just passes out.
No, you should.
Useless.
If you watch it again, because I watched it twice. Because watching it in the middle of the week,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really take notes
When it
because I
releases.
want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it today before to take notes, and she's doing stuff like at the computer while
Still controlling.
controlling somebody and talking to Loki at
Yeah.
the same time.
Which is why it kind of reminded me of the Mind Stone. And even the transfer of like her color, like, or I say her color because when she touched
Green.
the person, it was like a green
Yeah.
transfer where with the staff that had the Mind Stone, it transferred like that kind of that blue tone that they had. Which another question that I'm just thinking about: how come the Mind Stone is inside of a blue colored staff, but then is an actual yellow stone? Like
No. The blue stone is not the Mind Stone because the one Loki had.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait,
Yeah, right?
It was in the
no,
stone,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right.
He
'Cause I was
controls
thinking
their
the
minds
Tesseract.
with the staff
Yeah.
that's inside of a blue sphere.
Yeah.
Right.
But
or,
then the stone
but then
itself
it
is
comes out
yellow.
it's yellow because that's the one that that Vision,
Vision
has.
has.
Mhm.
So that always kind of confused me because it was like the Tesseract and the Mind Stone. I thought almost were the same thing for a while
Yeah.
because of that reason. So I was always worried, like, why is it blue? Why can't it just be yellow like it's supposed to be?
Because
Mhm.
it doesn't look as cool.
Megan, explain this.
Oh my God, so much pressure.
You know these things. No, I'm just kidding.
I know
Yeah.
a lot, but I don't know that.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
have been yellow.
No, because
Fix
I
it.
remember whenever Wanda in Age of Ultron,
Yes.
whenever she would do it, the
Uh-huh.
mind control, it would go red.
For red, right?
Yeah.
And same thing with Agatha
Scarlet.
had the purple color going on,
Exactly.
right? So yeah,
Yeah, they do that color thing just so you can
You can
see
differentiate.
that.
I get
yeah,
it.
that's what they were. Where did I heard that at a Marvel thingy. But anyways, yeah, they do that so you can
just
differentiate.
know that that's what's
yeah,
happening. Okay.
because what's her name too? Photon.
Oh, okay.
She had like a different color to her too.
Yeah.
I think hers was like purple. No.
She
like a-
absorbed different colors and powers.
But when she would admit something, you can see it. I forgot what color it was, but yeah, it's so you can tell the difference. So
Between
it's
just the
working.
different one. Yeah, yeah. No, it's cool. I just
But I don't know about the mind stuff.
like the relation to the like even if you think about the mind since we're on the Mind Stone subject still, like when they touch it, it still transfers a blue color, like it should have been yellow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm still
Mm.
stuck on that one. But yeah. But and in this situation, Lady Loki touched somebody and it turned them green, and that's how they became kind of possessed.
I'm
by
gonna
her.
need like a video so I can just like so people can see my face when I'm like
Why is that?
shaking my
There's
head
certain
at
details.
Jaime like half the time.
And remember this.
We'll
goes,
get video going next episode.
Yeah, hey, that'd be cool. We should start doing that too.
Oh
YouTube.
yeah,
I was
actually
kidding.
that was
No,
the
I
No,
was
no,
kidding.
now you're gonna be on video.
No,
You
you're too
already
late.
said it. I thought we should have
It's
done
on
video
tape.
from
It's
day one.
It's recorded.
I don't want to do this. This is my last show, guys. It was fun. Had a good time.
Yeah, but
You
no,
want your cat back, right?
Joke's on you. I have another one.
let's see.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna go back to my own
Notes.
little theory.
Yeah,
Theories.
please.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so when Loki says like he says something like no one bad is ever truly bad
Ooh.
and no one good is ever truly good.
Dun, dun, dun.
That just like I think it kind of I guess foreshadowed to me, you know, like because Loki isn't completely bad.
No.
Yeah.
A little bit of an asshole, but he's
Yeah.
not bad, you
Yeah.
know. And
He's mischievous.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what he.
sure.
Sure.
It's a prank, bro. But
Need that on a shirt.
but so for me like that's like hinting to me that the timekeepers that you know they're supposed to be good, you know, but going by that, like I don't think so. And their posters, they're fucking posters. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. And also I wanted to say that because I really like that line.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that was
I had
good.
it quoted too on my notes. I was gonna
Yeah,
bring it
me
up, but
too.
You already did it, Megan.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep,
No, I'm just kidding.
I had it on my notes too. You
Yeah.
know, but Megan beat us to it.
Yeah. You mean the notes that I wrote?
Shut up.
They've really focused a lot on who I'm gonna call Kang, but I don't know if we're still
Oh, that
the main
middle
timekeeper.
timekeeper.
Yeah, they showed him a good 3 or 4 times,
Yeah,
like
and this
really
time,
focused.
and this time Mobius kind of points him out.
Yeah, in that exact same scene we were talking about earlier.
Like he's gonna say something about him, but he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't because
she
she
just
cuts him
interrupts
off.
him.
Yeah.
And then he's directly behind Renslayer when she's sitting at her desk too. I
Yeah.
call her Renslayer just because.
Also, in the first episode when she's I mean that could be because he is just the middle guy or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
he is directly
It's his,
behind
it's
her.
his face,
Yeah.
and then this time it was like a full body version of them, and then there's also like when they're going down the elevator, that's the center
Yeah.
focus is just that one. There's a few times where I was like, dang, they are really, really trying to show off this character. like,
If it is Kang the Conqueror,
mhm.
he has a thing with Ravonna Renslayer, so
That's
that
why
could
he's
be
always
it.
behind her.
Yeah. Naughty. There's I kind of saw a theory about somebody like on TikTok or somebody was talking about like a theory.
You have a TikTok?
I just watch TikToks. I don't have my own TikTok.
That's creepy. But okay.
Why? What the heck?
I'm pretty sure we've all seen Jaime dancing on TikTok.
Yes. No.
Just Google him.
I don't do that. That's weird. I watch other people do that.
But being a voyeur.
But I'm not gonna do it. I like to watch. So. What were you saying? Okay, so somebody pointed out in the quantum realm, you know, so talking about Ant-Man a little bit in the quantum realm and the Quantum Mania that's coming out, you know, with Ant-Man. There's, you know, we see that kind of that city in the background when Ant-Man is tiny,
Yeah.
right?
Inside the quantum world.
Inside of the quantum
You know
world.
what? I didn't even see that, but I saw something like
Yeah.
like I saw something on
Covered-
that,
yeah, talking
and
about
I
it.
was
Mhm.
like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
So, but it kind of does look like it. At least the little quick shot that you see of it, people did notice that. And then there's been a lot of talk about, hey, that's
I
a whole
brought that
quantum
up
one.
episode 1. I think.
Did you?
Yes.
I think I remember.
Episode 2.
We
When
don't-
talked about all the Marvel
Marvels.
movies.
We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
listen to you.
That's
This
apparently
is a
been
Megan
proven.
and Jaime show. So, yeah. No, but yeah.
I'm just here to provide the
You know
drink.
what? I can barely see,
I mean,
so I don't know what Marvel was thinking.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
That
Well-
is true. Megan's the one person I know that drives by echolocation.
And I make it every
Clicking.
time.
There's so there and then
How's that tire of yours, Megan?
It popped. I told you.
Was
Alright,
it the
carry
echolocation
on.
that caused that?
The curb wasn't loud enough.
Oh
I'm not
no!
gonna tell you things.
Oh my goodness. No. But Kang is supposed to be the main villain, right? Of
Yeah,
Quantum
Quantumania.
Mania. So yeah, people are saying that this time authority actually exists inside of the quantum realm. So maybe it's all. I mean, but it could also just be like you could just be visualizing like a gateway to different worlds at that point,
Mhm.
right? If it's such a micro universe, then it could be just again a gateway into a different universe at that point. Who knows?
Yeah.
But there's theories saying that that's possibly what it is. They actually exist inside of the quantum realm is where the time authority is.
You know what I also found kind of interesting? Loki was even confused about whether they're in the future
Yeah.
or not, because he's like
We are in
when
the
they go
future,
to
right?
when they
Yeah.
go to Pompeii, he's like, wait, we're in the future? We're from the future, right? We're
Yeah.
in the future. Like, it seems like we're in the future, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, like that. I thought that was interesting too, because I was
Yeah.
like, I'm confused too.
Yeah.
Like, are we in the
it's
future?
it's a crazy, and then the confusion happens also because of like did we say 70s vibe that we're getting from the environment?
Yeah, 70s,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
80s,
a
I would
70s,
say.
yeah, like 70s, 80s vibe that we're getting from the
Mhm.
environment. That's where you get confused, right? Because the technology seems really advanced because they're able to travel in time, but also we're stuck in this like kind of office space type of world.
And
What I
again,
mean.
I think that is just to keep them in line.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it if you have no distractions from the job, like you're not gonna want anything else.
Technology or anything
Yeah.
else, yeah.
Besides a jet ski, apparently.
Yeah, I do remember reading something that just said, having grown up in the '80s, I can tell you that movies failed to capture how brown everything was.
And we see it now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even the city is brown.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh no.
That hit you in the face, Megan?
Yes. It
It
was
too
long.
close. They really did explain how the charges work now, the reset charges.
Mhm.
This was explained pretty early on in the episode as well,
Yeah.
because it was still in the 1985 timeline that they were in, and basically they just kind of erase, like
all traces
they
of.
obliterate like their time agents,
Yep.
anything that might to reheal is what they said, or to
Mhm.
heal the timeline. They just like things turn into dust essentially.
Go okay, so
Yes.
okay, cool.
Right?
Going on that,
Yeah.
because I even wrote that down. I was like, wait a minute. Are we like, so some of these agents weren't dead, they were just knocked out. So do they just disintegrate
Yes.
or like into nothing?
But see-
Or are they like being reset to their
Oh,
like
interesting.
point.
So, oops.
You
It had
alright?
to happen.
Dangerous setup here.
So now this is interesting, right? What if this is what's going on with Mobius? Like maybe Mobius is just being reset at certain points, and he just doesn't know. And we're going on to theories of our own here. Who are we? I'm sorry, I just got really excited about that one because yeah, like they wipe it out, like they completely erase, disintegrate
Yeah.
anything. So
Because I
crazy.
was really confused. I'm like, well, if they're still alive and we're basically just gonna like turn them into dust, like what? You're killing your own agents, which kind of doesn't make sense. It'd be like a waste of agents,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was wondering if they were just being sent back to their point. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
But
didn't really explain it, but Loki just kind of implied, yeah, you guys just disintegrate whatever you
Yeah.
want to disintegrate, and just to heal the timeline. So I mean, it sounds like they're gone, but
We
based
thought
on
the same thing about Red Skull.
yeah, exactly right. Like we thought he was gone too, but it just goes to that. It just goes to now gets you thinking, right? Like, okay, are they really like disintegrating, or are they actually just being reset? And maybe Mobius is one of those. Maybe those time agents are the same. Maybe the alphas. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe the
God damn it,
C
Hyde.
maybe C20 and B15 are actually just some of the ones that kind of stick around longer, and they just know the timeline a little bit more and what they're supposed to do. But yeah, it's a really it was really like it was crazy the way they were just annihilating, and disintegrating everything in their way just to kind of reset the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
also the fact that grapes and nuts are Asgard's candy explains so much. Like, oh man, no wonder those dudes are ripped.
Yeah.
Dang it, we're in the wrong universe. Yeah. So they the apocalypses thing that Loki brought up was genius. It
Yeah.
was such an interesting point of the show. I was so into it at that point. I'm like, because that's such an interesting idea, right? That they went the way that they kind of figured out what happened or where Lady Loki could be was just by figuring out where she could hide,
Yeah.
where would be the best place to hide, right? They
Yeah.
went back to Pompeii to see this whole destruction of the world, and and then just he just started going crazy, doing whatever he wanted,
his
speaking Latin
his
even.
happiness,
Yeah.
like at the fact that the volcano
He
and
was
ash, like he
Yes.
was just so happy.
he
He's
was
like, it's so
elated.
cool.
Yeah. Wasn't it kind of crazy that we didn't see them jump back into like the time door though? They just
I
kind of
mean,
stayed there and then just cut out.
I think it's
It's
just
implied.
implied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's implied.
Okay.
We don't have to see
We'll see,
everything.
guys.
I've never
Hi,
seen them go to
Megas.
the bathroom, but I assume they do.
I mean, but do they?
I mean,
I've seen no restrooms around.
Hemsworth definitely doesn't.
But yeah, no, that was cool. I like the apocalypse idea and how she was hiding in an apocalypse, you know. And
Yeah.
it was like New Haven, Alabama, or something like that, where
Yeah.
where Lady Loki was found, and it was in 2050.
Oh, but I really like the way they introduced that with the billboard and everything looks all, beautiful
Yeah,
city, and all of a sudden that
yes.
billboard's just torn down and you just see behind it, and
Yeah,
it's just
it was cool. It was a really cool scene. Haven Hills, Alabama, 2050. Sorry, but it was really cool, and that's when you saw the Roxcart grocery store that
Yeah.
you mentioned. But yeah, it was an awesome scene. That whole scene of that whole timeline was gonna that apocalypse was about to happen was a crazy scene.
yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it a lot. And wait, how come people were working though? Like that was another thing that because Randy was actually working before he was possessed.
Well, I mean, maybe he was at work when that hurricane hit, and it might be again another commentary on capitalism,
Mm.
where even the end of the world doesn't excuse you from work.
Very true though. I mean, and again, we just went through like a pandemic, and some of us still had to work.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple stores closing down here in Long Beach because of the hero pay. They're like, we're not gonna pay that.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. They're just like, well, we can't afford to pay our employees, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna close the store, and that's not true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you make billion.
Yes.
Sorry, getting off topic. So
Yeah. Cool. No, it was a great episode.
it was a great episode.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to next week, seeing
Yeah.
what goes on.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned Hiddleston already said that
3
things-
and 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when things kind of like kick off. So
And
looking
this one
forward
was
to that.
crazy. I mean, this one was crazy good, and to think that 3 and 4 are gonna be so much better.
Yeah, because he just follows Lady Loki into
Yeah.
into that time door
Yeah.
at the end,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So he's technically free.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it
I
goes.
mean, I'm really excited to see it. I really love this episode. It was really good.
I'm actually enjoying it more than WandaVision and Falcon
Same.
and the Winter Soldier.
I kind of felt that way about this episode for sure too.
No, I like WandaVision. Like I'm really enjoying Loki, but I really enjoyed WandaVision. I think I like that whole like 1950s vibe
Yeah.
that was going on.
Again, WandaVision, I wouldn't have gotten past episode 2 had it not been Marvel.
I would have. I thought it was funny.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was good, but I was like, all right, like I get it.
Well, a
We're
lot of
gonna move
people,
on.
and a lot of people who probably aren't us, right, felt that way. They also were like, what's going on with this? It's kind of boring, you know.
Yeah.
Because it was the black and white thing. It was the vibe, and
I
while
liked it,
some,
though.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy that a lot. Some people don't, you know, and that's where you could tell. Like there was a division for sure. I knew what was going on. Like I already had a feeling that it was going to be like this whole mental state
Oh,
situation.
you guys are just too young to understand.
I think I'm the oldest one here.
All right, whatever. I stand by what I said.
Oh, but I
Something
mean, yeah,
about
we're getting a new episode on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Megan's gonna watch it twice again because she will forget by the time Sunday comes around. Or
Yep.
oh, actually, we're gonna
No, no
we're-
show next
yeah,
week.
there's no show
No
next
show
week.
next week.
So
Are we good? So we'll just cover 2 episodes.
yeah,
of
we'll
Loki
just cover
next
2
week.
episodes.
Cool. Double Loki.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's all we could do. But there have also been some news in our community. What we do in the shadows, Megan. I know you watched that. Have you?
No.
No. All right. What we do in the shadows. It's a great show. I think there's 2 seasons, and it's on Hulu. I know how much you love Hulu.
Oh yeah.
It's a mockumentary about vampires.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh.
It is really good. But apparently, like Megan let me know there was a movie. I didn't know there was a movie. She didn't know there was a TV show.
There was a movie first because I used to watch Flight of the Concords,
Okay.
and the one of the guys, Jermaine Clement, he was the one that I think him and Taika
Taika
um,
Waititi.
did the movie, and that was like I don't know what to I think like
2004, I think.
yeah, it was pretty old because it was when I was watching Flight of the Concords. But yeah, so that's how I found out about the movie,
Cool.
which I loved. And then Jose was like, "Oh, look, there's a show. Did you know that?" I'm like, "There's a movie." And like,
Wow.
cause I was
Yeah.
like, "Was it?" He's like, "Oh, do you watch the show?" And I'm like, "That's a movie." And he's like, "No, it's a show." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we had a little argument about it for a little bit. Turns out we were both right.
yeah."
But
So
it's really funny.
Okay.
Just 30-minute episodes,
Oh, cool.
and
A
they just
mockumentary
announced
about
a
vampires.
documentary about
Okay.
vampires, and you see their familiars, and it's a really funny show, and it's
Cool.
great. And apparently season 3 was just announced.
Yay!
Nice.
September 2nd,
Yay!
we'll be getting season 3 of What We Do in the Shadows.
That's the day
Ooh.
after my birthday, guys. You're welcome.
Oh, good to know.
That's too much information that I know about you now.
Well, I mean, you guys are best friends.
Yes.
So.
Not yet.
But not only that, we're also getting the TV show for they had a spinoff called oh man, Wellington Paranormal, and it's only been available in the UK, but
Oh,
they're
still part
finally
of the same
bringing it
show.
back. Yes, they're
Okay,
part of the
gotcha.
same show. I guess this was a spinoff of the movie, so
Cool.
this came first actually, but it's only been available in the UK. And now they're gonna start releasing that here in the U.S. So it's also gonna be available here.
Very
And
exciting.
I've only heard about this show. I've never seen anything of it, but I've always heard that it's really good. So I'm also looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I think this one's gonna be next month, but not sure because it doesn't give me an actual date here. But yeah, so Jaime, you have some new TV if you want to check it out.
Cool,
Again,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
30-minute episodes. They're really short. They're really funny.
Cool.
The 3 vampires they follow are great. The familiar is like he's really funny and dorky and adorable.
I'll check it
Like
out.
it's a really good show.
Yeah, you have to text me the name of it because I already forgot what it was.
What we do in the shadows.
What We Do in
Listen
the
to the show,
Shadows.
Jaime.
Okay.
Now you have a reason to.
Yeah.
Also, I've been looking around and there was a list of 10 movies that the director's cut was worse than what was put out in theaters.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So starting off at number 10, we have Apocalypse Now. I remember watching Apocalypse Now. I enjoyed the movie. Did either of you guys watch Apocalypse Now?
No.
No.
Not me.
No.
Sounds
Well,
familiar.
it was based on a book called Heart of Darkness.
Mhm.
Heart of Darkness was impossible to read because the guy that wrote Heart of Darkness did not believe in paragraphs. So you have paragraphs that last up to 6-7 pages
Oh.
sometimes,
Oh.
and there's like no cuts, especially in dialogue.
Oh.
Like there's just dialogue in the middle of a sentence,
Oh.
and it's like, man, just fix this.
So you didn't believe in punctuation either.
Yeah,
then?
no, it was terrible.
Wow.
But the movie was good. It's a Vietnam War setting, and basically, one of the generals goes crazy and ends up living with the natives, and it's around that area. But it's a war movie basically.
Okay.
But they made a. I think it was it was Francis Ford Coppola who was the director of Godfather, in case you didn't know.
Cool.
But yeah, he just basically made a longer version of the movie.
Okay.
It's not good. Number 9, we have the original. Wait, I probably should have actually written these down. The ultimate cut for Batman versus Superman. Did either of you watch that?
There was an ultimate cut.
Yes, there was
Oh
a
my
director's
goodness.
cut.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not trying to do all that.
All right, so we all watched Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my god, yes. Like more than I should have. I kind of high mid it.
I admit it. I like that.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, of course, went back and made his director's cut of the movie
Oh my
because
God.
he had so much more to add that just kind of it was more, so it was just bad in a longer way.
Wow.
Jumping down to number nine, I mean number
Eight.
eight.
Yeah.
My bad. We have Rob Zombie's Halloween. So, I actually never saw Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I did.
Was it good?
There was weird shit going on, but yeah, I guess I enjoyed it.
It was
It's
like a
okay.
Michael Myers movie, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't better than the original, but I mean, it was entertaining, but it had some weird shit going on.
Mm.
Yeah. So apparently the director's cut of it didn't add much more to the movie except like the gratuitous violence and.
Mm.
Uh,
And Rob Zombie's kind of known for that, isn't he?
Yeah, because he did
The
House of a Thousand
peop-
Corpses.
Yeah, and then The Hills
The
Have
Devil's
Eyes or something?
Rejects. I don't
No?
think he did the Hills.
Okay.
Have Eyes.
Oh,
Maybe
I
it was
like
the Devil's
the
Rejects I was
Devil's
thinking.
Rejects.
Mm.
I love that
I
movie.
don't like
Gore.
gore.
Oh my
I don't
God.
like realistic like they're gonna murder me on like on some hills.
I don't
type
like
of thing.
unnecessary
It's
gore.
like the best. What are you talking about?
Rob Zombie hitting the list again in number seven. Seven. You guys are keeping better count than I am.
Correct.
With Halloween 2. So both of his. Apparently, this one just featured a little more psychedelic imagery. Yeah, it was again didn't add much to the movie.
Got it.
Number 6, we have had 163 minutes. So no, 163 minutes was just a theatrical cut of The Watchmen,
Oh,
another
wow.
Snyder movie.
Okay.
He went ahead and did an ultimate cut for an extra 24 minutes of
And
this movie.
Wasn't like sex scenes were added to it or something like that?
There was, it included an animated subplot,
Oh.
extended the movie to overall more than 3.5 hours.
Oh.
It took me 2 weeks to watch Watchmen. I could not sit through it. It was, and have you guys seen the TV show?
No.
The
No.
TV show's amazing. TV show's so good.
Did
David
it get
Lindelof.
canceled though, unfortunately? Or am I wrong?
Well, David Lindelof did not want to do more
Oh,
than
the
one
next-
season because he
okay.
didn't have a story for season 2.
Got it. Okay.
So the HBO has thrown so much money at him, and he's like, if I have a story, I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
You know, which
Yeah.
is great. I really appreciate it. I want more Watchmen.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna watch that. For sure.
It's really good. It's actually where I learned about the Tulsa Massacre because American school system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had never heard
Because
of
I
it.
had never heard of it either
Yeah.
until this year.
Yeah, so I
Oh.
learned from that show. You know,
Yeah.
like the first the opening scene. I think it's about the
that.
Tulsa
I
Massacre.
think I kind of remember that too.
Yeah, see, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's sad.
I remember Mr. Manhattan's junk a lot. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And that's why you didn't learn anything.
No, I'm talking about Watchmen, not the HBO Watchmen, but the movie Watchmen. They just showed a lot of penis. Just saying. It was the only thing that was interesting.
We're gonna make that the tagline of the show.
Yes.
Girl Geek of the Game. They just show a lot of penis.
Megan too.
You're welcome.
Giggity. Number 5, we have Donnie Darko.
What?
Well, the director's cut was worse than the original cut.
Yes,
Oh.
I've
Yeah.
never
Well, the
seen.
original cut is
Apparently,
really
there's
good.
20 new minutes dedicated to tying up loose ends, answering questions left from the original. But I guess a lot of people really do like the fact that it's kind of open ended.
Yeah, because it has to do with time travel.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
the less you know about it.
Yeah, it's you can't go back and explain it.
Yeah, I like Donnie Darko.
I like.
It was weird.
Donnie
I mean,
Darko.
it was weird, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Number 4, we have Bad Santa.
Sure.
I've never seen Bad Santa.
I've seen Bad Santa. I like Bad Santa.
Yeah, so apparently there was just more of it as well. They just add like opening narration. They
Just
just
to add
added more.
things.
Yeah, they just added more.
Just to
things.
get a director's cut, quote
Yeah,
unquote. Yeah.
pretty much. There is, I think this is E.T. Yeah,
E.T.
E.T. The director's cut. Spielberg doesn't release a lot of director's cuts for his movies. The reason why dates back to the director's cut that released it for E.T. I tried this once and I lived to regret it, he admitted. Uh, yeah, it's just I I don't remember ET.
I remember E.T., but I, you know what? I don't watch director's cuts. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I mean, I watched the Snyder cut,
Is there still,
and now I don't, I will never do it again.
there was one, well, the one of the director cuts that I can remember is for Daredevil, the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Oh.
And actually, it was a little bit better in my opinion, unless that's your number one
Uh,
that was worse, or whatever number
No,
you're gonna be. No,
no.
okay. But and mind you, the movie is terrible, absolutely terrible
It's
movie.
it's just less bad.
I don't need
They-
more Ben Affleck.
Well, and I agree with you on that. They explain a lot of the stuff that didn't make sense the
Yeah.
initial time around. Like there was a court case that happened.
Mm.
That and this is why he ended up murdering this other guy. So there was a lot, and I kind of remember it, which is the crazy part, because I thought the director's cut was better.
I watched it recently, and I'm
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for me too, because
Yeah.
I watched it when it first came out, right?
Did you
and then
Jaime
I
it?
was like,
I made it.
no, I didn't do that.
Well, you did technically.
My boyfriend goes on kicks where he wants to watch like terrible movies, and I
This
was
Catwoman
like,
coming up soon.
oh god, no, I think he's stuck on animes right now, so we're okay. I'm safe. But
Howard the
yeah.
Duck is next.
Oh my god, I don't want to do this.
Number 2, we have Star Wars. Apparently, George Lucas released a director's cut, and I remember this because he just added stuff like CGI stuff, and made things weird and
Like more recently though, right?
Uh, well, the 20th anniversary of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, so
But also the whole Han shot first.
Mhm.
You know that was changed to Guido taking the first shot, and because to make Han look like less of a villain.
oh okay.
But going on to number 1, can anybody guess what it is?
Daredevil.
No.
No. I'm
Oh
not-
my
I'm not doing
the movie we just saw. No, it wasn't Justice League.
It was
Zack Snyder,
Justice League.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It was Zack Snyder's Justice
Awesome.
League. Controversial pick, but it speaks to the mixed reviews that Snyder continues to receive long after its release. Some love it, some hate it. Some argue that it's an improvement, while others say that it is only just as bad, if not worse, than its 2017 predecessor. So that's one thing. I don't think it was worse. I just think it was bad in a different way.
Yeah, I don't think it was worse either, because well, we've discussed this. This is before.
Yeah.
But I think that it was it
Episode 0.
explained it explained a lot of things, but then it also like extended too many things and changed terrible, like it made some stuff worse. So it wasn't worse than the original
Then the Justice.
or than the Justice League, but it was still bad. So
Yeah. I mean, we might come back and talk about it again.
No.
Maybe
no.
we can
You know,
we
that-
can
that
call
wa-
it episode 0.
Megan needs to rewatch it.
Oh no.
All right, but I mean that's pretty much all the news I brought for you guys, which
Cool.
isn't much, but
Yeah.
we'll do a better job next week.
No, that
I'm
was
sure.
That was cool. Good,
Uh,
interesting list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also there was E3.
Yeah.
E3 this week.
Yeah.
So Jaime.
Okay.
Jaime's like I saw a video sometime.
Yes, this is the if you guys are solely relying on me
Yes,
for E3.
we
Oh,
actually
great.
are because I have no idea what's been out.
Okay, I mean, look, to be honest, there wasn't a lot that really caught my eyes or interested. By the way, PlayStation, they didn't really do a show. Like,
Really?
there wasn't a thing. Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? Is something wrong this year? But there wasn't really a PlayStation thing that
I
was
think
planned out.
Nintendo took most of it, because I heard they're doing the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
It's like a little, like, I forgot what they called it, but it's its own little game,
Oh yeah.
and it's releasing Zelda 1 and 2 and a mini game
Yeah.
and one more game. So you
One
get
more
like
game.
4 games in this like little. I forgot what they called it, a timekeeper
Yeah.
or something. Or
I don't
something?
know what it's-
Timekeeper.
Yeah, we're
Time
going
Lord.
We're going
Oh, a
back to it.
Game and Watch. There you go.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So
So
thank you.
it was, okay. So I mean, thank you for talking about that, because
Yeah, you're welcome.
that was probably the like one of the more interesting things for some people. I personally think like, okay, just give me a mobile game at this point to play on my phone. You can you can literally do those little portable systems, right?
Yeah.
That they create,
The
and just
DS
create an
and
app for it. And I'm not trying to be that guy. Some people love it. Some I think it's personally a waste of space because I'm not the type of guy that's gonna carry like 10 of those things with me. There's a Mario one already. I'm really mad about this, by the way.
No,
there's
no,
a
no, go
Mario.
on.
There's a Mario one already, and there's now a Zelda one. And I love that people love the classic games. Okay, give me an app.
They
I'll play
should.
for it
I,
on my
I
app.
think they should do both.
Yes,
Because then you have people that actually want to collect
collect
these
it.
things,
Yeah.
and yeah, if both
Yes.
would be nice. At least do something for people that don't want to buy the little
Uh,
thing, but you'll still get revenue off of it.
Right,
'Cause
absolutely, and that's a really great point, right? So my take on the app thing is this: I would love to play those classic games. I would love to really get into it. I'll play it on my Switch that I already have. I can play it on my phone that I already have, and cool. I don't need to take up any extra space with those
Mhm.
things, and I'm not really mad about it, but I am. It's just
You
one of
seem
those.
infuriated.
Jaime, sit down.
I
It's
did.
okay.
I
The sun's getting real low, buddy.
I'm telling you, we switched roles today. But no, it's just it's kind of because there is no option for me who
Mhm.
would like to play those games, but I don't want to have to buy another device or have to have I have collectibles, but there's a limit to my space, right where I live. There's a limit to how many collectibles I want to have on top of that too. So
You're gonna have
that's
to get a bigger place, bro.
and no, I'm not. I have a lot of Funko Pops too, and those are in
See,
boxes
there
right
you
now.
are. Then you have a problem.
They're
then,
in
'cause
boxes,
you're
but I've
collecting
stopped.
Funko Pops.
Well, I used to collect Funko Pops. I've stopped. I think
Uh-huh.
one of them is worth like $1,000. I just saw it. I need to get rid of it to be honest.
All right, so I mean, you guys all heard it. Jaime has
Jaime at
at the very
Instagram.com.
little, at the very minimum, $1,000 worth of Funko Pops.
At the minimum, yes.
At the minimum.
um, so Zelda was a huge highlight of the
Nintendo?
E3. Yeah, Nintendo's E3.
And then I heard about freak. I forgot his name from Tekken. He's joining Super Smash, the new Super Smash.
Yes.
Oh, I heard
yeah.
about that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna cover one more thing about The Legend of Zelda because there's gonna be Breath of the Wild 2 that's coming out. They showed a really awesome preview.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was really interesting and I'm excited for it. It does kind of have even a more wild vibe I feel like to it as well, but it's gonna take place in the skies a little bit more,
Kinda
almost
like
like Skyward
Skyward
Sword.
Sword?
Yeah, exactly. We said that in sync, Jose.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
He
gonna.
knows what he's getting into.
But so it looks interesting. I did notice like some new type of weapons too. Like there was like a fire, almost like a dragon-looking thing on Zelda's arm that kind of like spit out fire. Maybe I saw that wrong, but
But
that's
do you play as Zelda in this?
not. See, I keep saying Zelda and Link on Link's arm. Sorry
Oh
about
man,
that.
you're gonna get us crucified.
No, that was an accident. But I see. Okay, yeah, Link. Sorry, on Link's arm, he had like a Mega Buster. No, but it looks interesting. It looks exciting. That's a Mega Man reference. That's not sexual at all.
Hey, whatever
Okay.
you say, bud.
So
I mean,
that was
I know
cool.
what happens when I have a Mega Buster on my arm.
Megan's out. Okay. There was a Metroid Dread, I think it was called. Kind of a trailer too that looks really good. I like that too. I have to be honest, I've never played a Metroid game.
Metroid. Mhm.
Metroid game. Did I say Metro the first time too?
Yeah.
Okay, Metroid game. I've never played it, but it looks really good. I might get into it if they bring it when they bring it out for sure. There was a Mario Party Superstar thing, and there's a Super Monkey Ball game that's coming out. I'm kind of listing them all because it becomes like this constant to me. It just becomes like a constant like the
Info
same
dump?
things. Yeah, like info dump, but it's also like the same things. Like
Yeah.
this is a 20th anniversary of Monkey Ball. This or Super Monkey
Oh
Ball
my
or
god,
something
I
like
hated Monkey Ball.
that. I've never
I-
played it. It looks like Sonic to me.
Yeah, I used to go to my buddy's house when we were in high school, and he loved the Monkey Ball game, and he was just like, "Let's play Monkey Ball." I'm like, "Bro, you have Halo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for Halo. Why
Monkey
are,
Ball.
Why are we playing Monkey Ball?"
There's
Is that what you call it?
there's also Mario Party Superstar, like I mentioned as well. Again,
And Mario Party Superstar, I think it's just like
The mini
lands,
games?
like from different like from all of them, right?
it
like,
seemed like it. Yeah,
like sections from all the games or something like
I
that.
got more mini games. Like that's the vibe that I got from it. It seemed like
Mhm.
it was just gonna be more about the mini games than the actual,
The actual-
board. Yeah. I did see though that looks kind of interesting is the Guardians of the Galaxy game that's coming out. So that looks pretty fun. So you're Star Lord and you control your Guardians. You know,
Oh, that's
Drax,
cool.
yeah, Groot, Gamora. I saw her.
Is it one of those kind of like Marvel Alliance? Is it like that kind of?
It didn't seem like it based on the point of view of it. It's more like to me it looked like a third person,
Okay.
like kind of a shooter almost. But you know how well, Ultimate Alliance was like kind of from
Yeah,
like, almost
that.
like an angle at the top.
Hmm.
This seems more of like your Star Lord directly
Yeah.
from behind him,
That would be a
um,
fourth person, right?
like that other point of
Yeah,
view. I don't
the
know.
top point of view, because it's third person from behind.
Yeah,
So what's second person?
sec. I don't think it's
I,
is it second person.
no, because I don't think because I know there's
There's no
first person shooters,
first person shooter,
and
and
then
then
jumps
third.
to third.
So maybe there is no second. I don't know.
I guess
though.
second you just looking at your character by the right next to him.
Yeah, right. Or you're the second player. Maybe
Sure.
that's the second.
Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So
We figured it out, folks.
yes, dun dun dun. For you.
I'm very confused.
That story of your life, Megan.
Yeah.
So it looked like a fun game, the Guardians game as well.
Mhm.
It looks like a fun game, but it also is going to be not an exclusive anyway. So it's going to be on Xbox and PlayStation. They mentioned
Did
that.
any of you guys try Marvel's Avengers?
No.
Because I have heard really mixed reviews about that game.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to play it, but at the same time, it doesn't look as good.
I'm not into microtransactions, and that's why I didn't want to get
That,
into
that
it.
makes sense.
Yeah. So it looks really good. Miss Marvel is in it, and again, she's one of my favorite characters that I've read. But it looked very microtransaction y,
Hmm.
you know.
So
And
everything's like behind a paywall.
behind
Yeah.
a paywall or like
Mhm.
to yeah, I'm not into those type of games. I don't think that you should have to pay
To win.
to win
Yeah.
or to
That's why I stopped playing FPS first person shooters.
yeah
Because
that's what it becomes.
everything is now behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Like before, you could just kind of
Grind.
like yeah,
Yeah.
you had to.
I like
Yeah.
earning stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a game.
And
And now you just pay
now
for
you
the
just
better
pay
guns.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically like you go in, like you could go in like brand new,
Mm-hmm.
but this person already bought all their shit
There's
and
no way
you're
you're gonna
just
progress.
dead. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's true, and it goes down to like I play Injustice 2 mobile a lot, and at first it was like you could grind to be able to kind of get enough characters to be at least semi-successful in the game, but now it's like you have to pay like $100 for a legendary character, and it's a
Jesus.
character, like, are you kidding me? $100, like that's crazy.
Wow.
But that's our little anger towards that, but that's why I never played that game because
Yeah.
of that reason.
do you? Oh, I have a question.
Sure.
I don't know if you guys like. Well, because I barely game anymore. I used to play a lot of, like I said, I used to play a lot of games, but PC games, first person shooters mainly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I got a little Switch last year, you know, a
Yeah.
little tiny Switch, and I was looking at Mario Golf. Okay, I don't want it. I don't want it. Let's make that clear.
Okay.
I don't fucking want that.
Okay, good.
But I'm asking, like, people really like that? Like,
Uh, uh,
they really like Mario Golf?
Yeah, and this is a conversation that I was kind of having with my fiance as well because a lot of what they're showing, for example, at E3 for Nintendo, to me, I feel like it's very specific to a region, you know? So to me,
Mhm.
it's very specific to like Japan
Mm.
because he was talking about Japan like being really into Mario Golf, right?
Mm.
And then we were comparing it to Mario Soccer, I believe it was that we were talking about, and how people weren't as into in Japan. They weren't as into like Mario Soccer. So it just in our opinion, it seemed likely that it was just going to be like the focus was around Mario Golf because more people in Japan might like Mario Golf than here in like the U.S. and stuff like that. I don't know if that's a true statement. It just like we've never seen another like or not a lot of Mario Soccer games or something like that. And you know we see a lot of Mario Golf games. I'm not interested at all in Mario Golf. I'm not really interested in golf in general.
Mhm.
And so I can't imagine. I mean, some people are. That's great,
Yeah.
but it doesn't interest me. Like those type of a lot of the games that they displayed just seem very like regional,
Like,
very to an area.
I'm gonna get Super Smash Bros. Cause
Yeah.
I really do like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking of getting Mario Party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because I own Paper Mario. I like that.
Cool.
I used
You
to
know,
love Paper Mario.
me too.
it's great. It's really great.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. And then and then I play a lot of Animal Crossing.
yeah.
But
Same.
I'm like,
Guess I like peas in a pod.
oh,
BFFs.
not yet.
I like how she says yet now. Before she would just say no.
Yeah. You moved up, Jaime.
Yes, I've been
I'm
promoting.
just feeling sleepy today.
You
So
got me in a vulnerable state.
I'm like in a weird delusional state right now, guys. Not usually
Yeah.
this up, but yeah. So I was just wondering. I'm like, wow. Like, let me ask Jaime because you do play a lot of games. So I'm
Mhm.
like, wow. Like, do people really like Mario Golf? Like, because I was watching some of the E3 stuff. So
Yeah.
I was like, huh, all
Yeah.
right.
I
Do you?
I don't. I maybe like I just personally mean no. But I don't also like ever hear people talking about Mario Golf.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not a thing, you know. So again, I go back to the whole. I think it's regional. A lot of the games that they displayed to me seem very regional.
Gotcha.
Xbox, Xbox, Xbox.
Oh
Uh,
my.
it's just no, it was like we got Halo Infinite. It's gonna launch. I thought that was a thing already. But
Well, it got held back.
oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
so I'm waiting for Halo. Unfortunately,
Cool.
I can't get my hands on an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Also, who came up with these names? Come on, like
Yeah.
Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X,
Xbox X.
Xbox X, yeah, Xbox One X was.
Yeah, they kind of did a show. It reminded me a little bit of like the Apple presentation of their software and stuff like that they did recently. They try to make it like kind of a, you know, that type of like, oh, you know, professional and like,
Yeah.
fun, and a lot of the people that were presenting they didn't seem like they were into video games that much. Like it like to me it didn't create that atmosphere of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really excited to play this game. Um, I mean, there was one that they focused a lot on. I thought I wrote it down. But I
Stalker,
don't see
maybe?
it. It was like Starfield or something like that.
Because I remember Stalker, I think, was one of the games they talked about. Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I-
Was
I
it
don't
called
remember. It's
Starfield?
Star something.
Star something.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 25 years in the making or whatever.
Yeah.
BS that they were saying, but it was like, it was I I didn't find anything interesting, you know, in Xbox. They didn't create that excitement for me that I wanted to see in any type of game. It just
Yeah.
it didn't work. I don't know. I didn't get an E3 vibe. And then I looked for PlayStation and nothing existed for PlayStation because I guess they've been announcing games here and there along the
Yeah.
way. They're exclusives, things like that, but they didn't have a show this year.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I do feel that Xbox falls short on. Their exclusives.
They're exclusives.
They don't really have any.
Yeah.
Or good ones. Like they have Halo and Gears of War.
I was gonna say, didn't they have Gears of War? I like Gears of War a lot.
Yeah.
They also, by the way, I feel like they really lost control of Fable, which was an
Oh, I
Xbox
forgot
exclusive.
about Fable. I used to love Fable.
Fable 2 especially was like
It was
one of my
favorites.
favorite games, dude. It was such an amazing game, and like it just is non-existent now.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be like some Xbox 360 thing that came out. Maybe it came out. I don't even remember. But it was gonna incorporate the, you know, their wand thing that they had, their motion sensor
Oh, the
thing.
Kinect?
Was it called Connect?
Yeah, the
Oh.
Xbox Connect.
Oh yeah, you're right. They had right the Xbox. It's supposed to incorporate that because it was supposed to like include like even you know,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
supposed to incorporate that.
I thought that was only used like for ghost hunting. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but Fable to me could have been one of those series that you continue. Fable 3 wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best of the three. To me, Fable 2 was the best of the three.
Yeah.
But then we got nothing else for Fable. Like it just went away. And sadly, because I really liked Fable, I could have seen so many more stories with it. It's probably a game that I would want to play again someday. But there's not much exclusive. That Starfield or whatever. I thought I wrote down the name. That's supposed to come out. There's supposed to be an exclusive that comes out as well.
Yeah, because that's like you're exploring, right?
Yeah, it seemed very let's see. It seemed very like, yeah, you're gonna be exploring like planets and stuff like that. Was Mass Effect exclusive? No, it wasn't either, huh?
It's Starfield.
Starfield.
Mass Effect was exclusive. It was exclusive, but then I think a lot of their exclusives jumped to PC
Yeah.
because Microsoft.
I'm pretty sure I played that one on PlayStation too.
It might have. It
PlayStation
might.
4,
Yeah, it might have jumped.
Yeah.
I love the Mass Effect
Series.
I
Oh.
played Mass Effect 1 and 2 and
Mhm.
part of 3,
Yeah.
but then I never finished. Mass Effect 3, but I hear the ending was bad. But then I hear it got patched. Like they released extra content.
It wasn't. So I loved Mass Effect. I kind of played them like right back after each other,
Yeah.
and
they're
that kind of
long
confusing.
games.
They're long games.
Yeah.
I love long games.
Especially elevators.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Elevators. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but they were long games, but they were worth it. Even the last game was worth it in my opinion. But then again, I bought the patch version, so I didn't play it as soon as it came out. I just bought like it was like a $30 bundle for all of them when I bought it. It was a really great game, but it's not exclusive anymore either. So
Yeah.
Starfield is the name of the game that I was mentioning. It looks interesting. There was a lot of what I missed from the Xbox, I guess, presentation is like fantasy a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of it's like, oh, like there was like a Forza game or something like that. There was a game about
Not a
racing.
racer.
Neither am I. And neither am I, right? The focus was a lot around the region of where the game was going to take place in, and this was specifically around Mexico because it was like, oh, look at how real Mexico is. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I would just go to Mexico, like.
Well, not all of us could just go to Mexico.
I understand that. I understand. Well, I understand that. Oh.
Well, I mean, some of us can go, but we can't come back.
I forgot about that. But my point about that is just that I didn't get fantasy,
Yeah.
and
no,
that's what I like in video games.
I-
And maybe
I
that's
agree.
why I stick to Nintendo, right?
I agree. I don't play video games to live out real life.
Right. Same. I don't exactly. I want to do space things. I guess we're getting Starfield for that, I want to be in a whole different world. Oh, PlayStation does have the Avatar game that's gonna come out sometime. Yeah. Anyway, it's an Avatar game. It based on the movie
Yeah.
that's supposed to come to PlayStation. It
I'm
looks
guessing the James Cameron, not the last.
not the
Airbender.
last Airbender. Nobody wants that. I mean, we want the animation. We want the animation, not the movie. You like the movie,
The
Megan?
Shyamalan movie.
No, I thought
Oh.
you meant like not at all. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
Like, speak for yourself. But
I like
no,
a-
I didn't like the movie.
okay,
That's
cool.
terrible.
I like Avatar, the Last Airbender. I like. Anyway, that's a whole different subject. But yeah. So there's supposed to be Avatar coming out on PlayStation, which looks like a lot of fun. It looks cool, but it's also how long has it been since that movie's come out?
2000, I think.
Sure.
Jesus.
How old are we?
Oh, man.
It's been a long time
We're
since.
doing math.
It's been a long time since that, so it's kind of one of those things that again you might lose yourself in. I mean, as long as the gameplay is great, then I guess
I never
we'll
watched
get it.
that movie.
You
Wow.
didn't miss much.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that movie.
You're
Like,
not gonna
I'm
miss much. It's not.
Yeah.
It honestly was nothing special. It was. I guess it was great at the time because
Yeah,
of the
special
technology.
effects. Yeah.
But
Well, it's too late
not-
now.
At the time, yeah.
It's not a good movie.
I think for the
honestly.
time it was right. It was exactly that. For the special effects, for the beauty of it, but it might not have aged well, especially in this day and age, for sure.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
But that's the E3 news, guys. You're welcome.
All right. I mean, we went a little long today, but I think it was worth it.
It was a fun episode. There was a lot of stuff.
Well,
oh my
I
God,
mean,
we
we're
talked
not.
a lot.
Yeah, we're not getting an episode next week, so
Oh, there you go.
you know, there you go. You
Yeah.
got basically 2 episodes worth today.
Right.
So just split this up into 2, folks. Although they're not going to hear this, right? No,
Yeah.
I actually do want to thank the listeners we have gotten. You know, I've been impressed by the numbers. I just thought it was going to be my mom listening to this. You know?
Jose, your mom wouldn't listen to this.
Oh, like, has she?
You're not wrong, but I'm just
Yeah.
picturing my mom. Go, mijo.
Sí se puede.
My
Yeah.
mijo's on the radio.
I just
But-
had somebody hit me up that I haven't talked to in like. Oh, I mean, I talk to her like in text messages every now and then, and she's like, "Oh, you have a podcast now?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not mine, but yeah,
It's ours.
ours.
We've been
yes,
through this.
Yes.
I try not to tell people things. So
No, but I mean, we have gotten some listeners, and I do want to thank you guys. It's encouraging.
Yes.
You know, I like to think that we do this for ourselves, but it's nice to know that people are entertained by our stupidity. And Megan,
no, I do this for Jose and Jaime.
she wants to get her cat
Oh,
back.
oh, she said, and Jaime. Oh my God, who is she?
But I am reluctantly here, I guess.
She says.
No, I had fun today. It was great.
Same.
And our audio is probably a little better because of Adolfo here.
Yes.
Jaime's beautiful fiance.
Thank you. Control yourself.
A little fofo over there.
Fofo. First of all, You're gonna get tackled, like we said.
I want to go home.
No, but really, thank you guys for listening. You guys can find us on the socials. We are at Girl Geek and the Gay on Instagram, and we do have an email. It's Girl Geek and Gay Podcast at gmail.com.
We have an email?
I have an email for this.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Well, the more you
Awesome.
know.
You should
Dun,
let us
dun,
know these
dun,
things too
dun.
sometimes.
Well, I'm telling you now, right?
Thank you.
I don't need to know. I was just surprised.
I'm gonna forward everything to Megan.
Please don't.
Auto forward too. Rolls.
All right, guys. So like we mentioned, there will not be an episode next week, but we will be back the week after that. We'll have a few episodes of Loki to catch up on, and anything else noteworthy. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
No?
All right,
Good
guys.
too.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you when we see you.
Bye, guys.
Adios.